Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel and checking the video out today. You guys, today we're going to be talking about the new Garmin LVS 44 transducer. I did a video a couple weeks ago that Garmin announced they came out with the new LVS 42, LVS 44, which is and like I said, this is all my opinion. This is, my own opinion, nobody else's. It's just another devastating blow to the sport of bass fishing sustainability. And I talked about that in the video. The LVS 42 basically allows people to see out in front of the boat with a lot more detail, up to like 250 feet. So it's almost like double the range that people can see in front of the boat with the cheater box. The LVS 44, what it does is it increases target separation. And that's what I want to talk about today, is how really devastating the LVS 44 is going to be to bass fishing over the next couple of years. So we'll dig into that in today's episode here. Out here at Table Rock, guys, right now we're getting ready to go out for an on-the-water lesson. And speaking of on-the-water lessons, guys, if you're interested in booking one with me, just go to my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, and shoot me a private message for details. I do most of my lessons here on Table Rock or Stockton Lake, so hope to hear from you guys. And also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that's taken time to subscribe here at Intuitive Angling, become a channel member, use all the links I put in every video description. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys, here's one of the dark, aspects of that new LVS 44 transducer. And like I said, this is just, a beginning. We're just in the infancy stage of this crap. But here is one thing a lot of people don't realize with it. A lot of people think that Livescope and forward-facing sonar is basically relegated to chasing fish in open water, and you see groups or schools of fish or individual fish chasing shad or out in the middle of the lake, and they wind up catching them like that, that's a large part of it. But the darker side of forward-facing sonar, which is really going to be magnified by this LVS 44 transducer, is the shallow water applications that is going to come with this increased target separation. So this is what's going to happen, guys. Now, there's been like two camps or two schools of thoughts on this whole cheater box thing. Some people say, okay, if I want to fish shallow, I can still fish shallow. I don't have to do that. If they want to get out there and chase fish in open water, fine. That is sort of a myth, because what's happening is guys are getting so good with this crap, and you have advancements in this transducer with increased target separation like this LVS 44, they are already utilizing this technology in shallow water cover fishing. So in a prime example we're talking about, we thought everything, if you wanted to flip a boat dock or skip a boat dock, or pitch into some grass, or throw a spinnerbait down a lay-down log or something like that, most people pretty much thought that was just going to stay unchanged and it's going to be real bass fishing. That's not the case, guys, with this new transducer. The target separation on this new transducer is going to allow these guys to do the same thing in shallow water targets, like lay-down trees, stumps, docks, shallow grass, whatever you're fishing in shallow water. They're going to be able to scan this transducer into those shallow water targets and see if there's not any bass there. We're getting to the point now where it's like, let's say, for example, like the perfect bass fishing cover everybody loves. You see a nice lay down tree or see a beautiful log in the water that most people would just go up there and throw a crankbait or flip a jig on or throw a spinnerbait on the side of it. You got no clue if there's a bass there, but you're hoping there is one. Now they're going to be able to take this stupid crap, scan that particular thing with that LVS 44, and if there's a lay-down log in the water, or if there's a lay-down tree, or if there's a dock piling, they're going to scan that thing, and if they don't see anything, they're going to move on to the next one. And if they see a fish, they're going to camp out on it and start fishing, start trying to catch it. If you guys don't think that's the biggest bunch of bullshit and an insult to everything, guys, that is an insult to the bass. The bass deserve more respect from that. It's an insult to the sport of bass fishing. The sport of bass fishing and the integrity of the sport deserves better than that. And it's an insult to the people that use it. Have some dang self-respect, guys. If you are one of those people that have to scan a lay down tree, or scan a brush pile that's in 2 foot of water, or scan underneath a boat dock to catch a fish, do not call yourself a bass fisherman. I am embarrassed for you if you use that technology. Don't try to spin it. Don't try to put lipstick on a pig. Don't try to sugarcoat a turd. It ain't bass fishing. I'm embarrassed for you if you use that technology in shallow water. If you want to get out there offshore in the middle of the lake and hook your umbilical cord up to your Livescope out there and chase around those fish and throw your little jig head minnow on 6-pound line, then go for it. If you want to degrade the sport and lower everything about fishing doing that, that's fine. But don't take that crap up into the epitome and the foundation of bass fishing, which is shallow water, target-oriented power fishing, and use that crap around there. One of the most disgusting interviews that I've ever seen, I saw last year an interview. I can't even remember who it was. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to pick on anybody. But this guy was talking about using Livescope to fish isolated cypress trees. And they would scan the cypress trees, and if they couldn't see a bass on a cypress tree, they'd go on to the next one. And if they saw a bass on a cypress tree, they could tell which side of the cypress tree the bass was on, and they'd throw a frog over there or a spinnerbait and catch the thing off of there. That is disgusting. There's no place for that in the sport of bass fishing whatsoever. So anyway, guys, I just want to let you guys know what's coming with this LVS 44, and not just that, but any advancements in the same technology which coming with it. It's just disgusting. There's no other point about it. It's embarrassing. It's disgusting. It's degrading to the sport. It's an embarrassment to the sport. Have some more self-respect, man. If you're a self-respecting bass angler, do not utilize that crap in shallow water. Leave that to the people that are real bass fishermen. If you want to go out and pretend you're a bass fisherman with your video game, then go out there and do it. But don't intrude on the real bass fishermen out there. Leave their stuff alone and get out there in the middle of the lake where you belong with that stuff. So, guys, let me know what you think. Talk later.